Here are some signs that you are losing weight, even though the scale does not always.
Hey Bestie, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bestie, like the video because it helps with my algorithm. So in today's video, we're talking about signs you're dropping the weight on your weight loss journey. So I've put the stitches together so that you watch. I'll be back sharing my 2 cents.
Here are some signs that you are losing weight, even though the scale does not always show it. Because the scale is a liar sometimes, and we're not a fan of her, okay? Number 1, your clothes are fitting better. This goes from pants to tops to anything because everyone loses fat in different places. Number 2, you are simply feeling a lot more energized and you are looking better. Take progress pictures because, oh my goodness, they are so helpful. Because even though the scale may not be budging, you can still be losing fat and gaining muscle at the same time. So your body will appear smaller, look better, look leaner, even though the scale is not moving. Your progress in the gym. Are you lifting more? Are you able to run faster? Are you able to run longer? Little things like that are also huge results.
So one of the biggest things that people always fixate on is the number on the scale. There are so many ways to see that you are making progress without necessarily seeing the scale move, because the scale doesn't always move as quickly for some people as it does others, but that does not mean that you are not making progress and that what you're doing is not working. You start your weight loss journey, take pictures of yourself and take measurements. I wish I would have taken measurements. I didn't, and I regret it so much because not only comparing pictures, but measurements will show you that you are making progress. Water retention. People don't realize how much water we retain in our bodies. So if you're eating a lot of foods that are high in sodium, or if you are dehydrated, not drinking enough water, or you're not walking or moving your body as much as you think you are, all of those things can lead to water retention, which of course is not going to drop the number on your scale. If you are noticing your energy levels rising, more motivation, and even less like pain in your joints, your body, you are losing weight. It is working. If your clothes are starting to fit a little bit looser, a little more comfortable, you're losing inches. And of course, the obvious one, if you're gaining muscle, muscle weighs more than fat. So you might be losing fat, but gaining muscle can be confusing for the scale, but it's a good thing. You're breathing. Are you like maybe panting a little bit less? It's getting a little bit easier. You're not so out of breath. Then it's working. It is not always about the number on the scale. Do not get fixated on that, because if you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, eating in a calorie deficit, drinking enough water, exercising, getting in that 1 hour walk a day, it's working. Some people do have medical conditions where it makes it much harder to actually lose weight and see progress. But if you are not one of those people and you're not seeing the number drop as much as people on the internet show that it does, don't get discouraged. Just keep doing it. You're not making it worse. You will start to see results. If you hit that plateau, then adjust your calories a little bit. I did not stay at the exact same calorie deficit the entire time. Once I hit like 20 pounds weight loss, I went back into my calorie deficit calculator and I recalculated things and I adjusted my calories because I hit a plateau as well. When you hit that plateau, just adjust some things. Adjust your calories, make sure you're getting enough sleep, make sure you're drinking enough water, all of those things. I hope this helps.
These are some very random things I've noticed since losing 40 kilos. For reference, I used to look like this and now I look like this. Okay, number 1, and this is probably the saddest thing, I've got no tits. My tits have completely left the chat, literally. When I tell you, my tartars used to be my asset and now I feel like they have been robbed of me. Number 2, I'm a lot more cold lately and I also don't feel the heat as much. Like I'm not sweating, she's not chafing as much. It's just some things are good, some things are bad. Number 3, it is expensive. The amount of clothes that you have to rebuy because you don't even have a pair of jeans, it's genuinely annoying and it's expensive. I've pretty much had to buy a whole new wardrobe and your girl's broke right now. One thing though, I did used to gaslight myself into thinking I was like a lot of a smaller size, so some of my clothes actually fit me now. Number 4, people are nicer to me. Specifically, like people will pay me more attention now than they used to. Like people that I used to know years ago will now actually give me the time of day when they didn't used to before. And they actually like take my opinion on more rather than just shutting it out. This is number 5 that kind of goes off the last one. a lot of people are not going to be happy for your success. A lot of my friends have never liked my photos, commented on anything about my weight loss, congratulated me or anything when like they know that it is a big deal to me or anything. And when they see me in person, it will be like nothing has ever happened. And I can see them secretly watching me. So I know they see all my stuff, but they just don't really care. And that's fine. But it's just interesting how people don't always want you to be successful. And some people are actually preying on your downfall. Number 6, I think, is that you still have body dysmorphia and you still have fat. And not every day you're going to feel skinny and hot. For some reason, I thought after losing 40 kilos, I would literally have a 6-pack. And boy, was I mistaken. 7, I think, this is the last one. I have found that like when I'm lying down, it's a lot more uncomfortable because there's like a lot more bony prominences on my body. And like when I'm touching things, it's just a lot more bony and uncomfortable. That probably doesn't make any sense, but it's just sometimes more uncomfortable to even like sit down because it's a bit more bony, not much pattern, you know. But yeah, there's a lot more stuff if you want a part 2, but these are just some random things I've realized.
Let's talk about signs that you're seeing progress on your fat loss journey, and none of them are the scale. So I'm in a ton of like fitness Facebook groups, and the biggest thing I see is like women talking about how the scale isn't moving, but their clothes are fitting better and they're looking more toned, but they're like totally hung up on the scale and they think that they're on a plateau because they haven't seen the scale go down. And this is actually like the biggest mistake that you're making on your fitness journey, is relying on the scale to tell you if you've made any progress or not. The absolute best form of progress is if your clothes are fitting better. If your clothes are fitting better, looser, anything like that, they're like clinging to your body less, and you feel like, you know, I could actually go like down a size, that is the biggest sign of fat loss progress. And who the fuck cares about the scale if you've dropped an entire clothing size? Because that means that you've built muscle and lost fat at the same time. So the scale is not going to reflect that, but your clothes are going to fit so much better because obviously muscle is going to be a lot more toned than fat is going to be. If your body is looking more toned or losing measurements, then yes, that is a major sign of progress. One of the biggest things that I do with my clients is that I insist we either do progress pictures or measurements in addition to recording your weight. Weight I don't require, but I do require at least progress pictures or measurements so we have some form of progress. But the thing is, if you're looking more toned and you can see more muscle definition, that is literally the definition of fat loss. Because fat loss and weight loss are two different things. If you're losing body fat, you're literally losing the outer layer of your body that is covering up the muscle. If you're losing weight, that can mean you're losing body fat and muscle. And we don't want to just lose muscle. We want to lose body fat and preserve as much muscle as possible, or you're not going to have that like toned and defined look. And the last one is going to be if you're feeling stronger in your workouts, that is a great sign of progress, ladies. Like the goal is to be stronger. The goal is to get stronger every single workout that you do. And if you're seeing that, that is a form of progress. I totally understand that like it's disappointing that it's not like weights or measurements or something like that, but do not neglect other forms of progress just because it's not what you would typically deem a success of fat loss, because having more strength is 100% a success, even if you can't see it right now. So just reminding yourself of other forms of progress that have nothing to do with the scale is so, so important.
This is how you know you're losing weight. You see this? This right here? Look at that. Look at that. That's how you know the weight loss is dropping in your face and all in this area where you can see this and this and this. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, signs that you're losing weight, thick girl edition. Okay, these are just like abstract little signs, not the, stereotypical signs, but the signs that you do see as a thick girl that I want to mention to hopefully make somebody's day that's progressively losing weight. So one sign that I noticed as a fellow thick girl is, the boobs, right? Like your bra, okay? Like when you're taking off your bra at night, you notice there's spillage, like a couple of you know, like a little of your boob is popping out of your bra at the end of the day. Yeah, once that stops, you're losing weight. Okay? When your bra is contoured to your breast the whole day, when you take it off, that's a sign that you're losing weight. Because I know sometimes we buy our bras and it's like it fits, but does it really fit? Like as we grow, as we get bigger, as we get smaller, it just we just still wear the same bra, right? So, but when you are losing weight, that same bra that you're overweight and you're trying to lose weight, it's gonna stay. It's gonna stay. Your boobs are gonna be intact. It's not moving anywhere. And once you start shrinking even more, that bra is no longer gonna fit. Sign number 2. You know the little fat that you have on your arm, like right at your tricep area. I'll show you. Like right here, like this little pudgy part. Yeah, for thick girls, it's usually when you pinch it, it's usually fat, that you're pinching. But signs that you're losing weight, sometimes we can't tell when our arms are getting smaller. So it actually, when you pinch it and you actually pinching muscle, it's not that soft tissue anymore. It's like you're pinching actual like loose muscle. That's a sign that you're losing weight. Sign number 3. This one is kind of funny, but I notice when I'm losing weight is like when I'm wearing either jeans or, like leggings that make noise. Like, you know what I'm talking about, that chafing noise. Like your thighs are just, you can hear it when you're walking. People can hear you're chafing. Yeah, once you can't hear it that often, that's a sign that your thighs are getting smaller, darling. And that means that you're losing weight. So those are just the 3 signs to keep in mind, ladies, that you're losing weight. They're kind of insignificant, you can't tell, but it helps you register that you're losing weight. So it gives you a boost, gives you that je ne sais quoi to keep going on your goals, and to continue losing weight, because it's hard for us to notice weight loss when we look in the mirror every day like, ugh, nothing's changing, compared to when somebody's like, oh, you're losing weight, that's great, there's satisfaction. But for you to personally notice, those are just little signs that are there for you to know that you're losing weight without actually like obviously like measuring your circumference of like your body and like writing it down and all that stuff. You don't want to do all of that stuff. Try those 3 tricks. I mean, other than your clothes fitting better and all that crap. But I feel like this is the best way to know that you're losing fat and not necessarily losing weight. To show. And obviously the last one, the very, very last I forgot to mention, is your face. Your face starts to lose a lot of the fat first. So your face starts to slim down when you lose weight too. So take a picture. I think that's the easiest way to like tell if you're losing weight. Take a picture and then like take another picture at your end of the goal or stuff, and you can see the difference with that. But yeah, those are tips to see if you're losing fat or quote unquote weight. I think those are more definitive if you're trying to lose fat and keep muscle. Those are the things that I notice with myself, and I'm pretty sure if I'm noticing with myself being a thick girl, I'm sure other thick girls are going to notice it too. So hope that helps and keeps you motivated. Keep going your journey. You're doing great. Okay, ciao. Bye.
You will know you started losing weight when they start telling you that you look sick. If you haven't had these aunties and uncles telling you that you look sick, girl, you need to keep going. You need to keep going. You know why? Because these aunties, they are your new camera roll. You don't even have to take photos. If you want to know if you've lost the weight, just go around them. If they tell you, girl, you look so sick. Oh my God, you look so sick. You've made it. If you come around them and they don't say anything, You have a lot of work to do, girl. Because when I was 180 pounds, all of them were telling me, stop, 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 stop. You don't have to keep going. And I took a photo of myself. And girl, I had a double chin. And the fat on my face, it looked like I was a swollen balloon. But when I started looking sick to them, that's when I knew, yes. And the photos were popping and they were looking good. When they start telling you you're so sick, especially the black community and the African community, when they start calling you sick, girl, you have made it out. But don't let them come after you, girl. If you want to be lean, girl, be lean. If you want to be skinny, girl, be skinny. But you know what's so funny is that when they start calling you sick, the same people that are calling you sick are the same people who will be coming to ask you what you did to lose the weight. So don't worry. Don't let them get to you. Lose the weight.
Here are my rules and rewards for weight loss in 2025. I am the kind of person that needs to have a spreadsheet, and I need to have rules, and I need to have everything set up the way that I want it done. So I went through and did it, and I'm going to share with you what I'm doing. Starting off with the 10 rules, number 1, weigh in once per week. I'm not going to look at the scale in between. I've done the whole weigh in every single day thing. I absolutely hate it, and it makes me so depressed. So I'm only weighing in once a week on Wednesday morning. Number 2, I'm actually canceling my gym membership, and I'm going to do at-home workouts 3 times a week. We live in a world where YouTube is free, and I can sit and do a workout in my living room super easy, so I'm going to do it. Number 3 is no food past 8:30 p.m. unless my husband agrees that it's necessary. Number 4, no going out over my eating out budget for the month. This is also something that's going to help my finances. Number 5, water first every morning. Before coffee, before breakfast, before anything else, water is the first thing that will go into my body. Number 6 is only diet sodas. Only like sugar-free diet things, no full sugar sodas at all. The only exception is during the holidays, the cranberry ginger ale, because the zero sugar version sucks and I want to celebrate. Number 7 is some kind of protein with every single meal. It can be meat, it can be yogurt, it can be whatever, but it has to have some kind of protein in every meal that I eat. Number 9 is to grocery shop and meal prep weekly. I have a spreadsheet already, and I've already started to collect different recipes so that I can make sure that I'm eating well, but also eating very healthy. And rule number 10 is actually just when I can break the rules, and the only acceptable dates to break the rules would be my birthday, family vacation, 4th of July, Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Eve, and Christmas. Now for the fun part is my rewards. So currently I sit at about 225 pounds, okay? Once I get down to 215 pounds, dinner at Chili's. Very simple. Once I get under 200 to 199 pounds, I'm going to let myself buy a new outfit with a value of $100. 189 pounds, I'm going to get some new things for my Saltaire collection. I am obsessed with the Santal Bloom scent, so I'll get some of maybe the hair stuff and things because that's like a self-care item that I really enjoy. At 179 pounds, I will get an eyelash lift and tint. This has been a dream, and that's definitely a luxury, so something I'm really excited about. At 165 pounds, this is the big one, we will book a Disney trip. We went to Disney for my honeymoon, and we just kept on talking about how much better Disney would be if we were lower in weight and we were able to walk longer and feel more refreshed throughout the day. So we're going to book a Disney trip once I get down to 165. And once I get down to 150, I'm going to buy a Lululemon outfit. As a curvy girl, I've never purchased a Lululemon outfit because I didn't think it would look good on me anyway, and they're so expensive, and I just have never felt comfortable pulling the trigger on it. But once I get down to where my BMI is in a healthy weight, I am absolutely going to pull the trigger on a Lululemon set. Please let me know down below what you are planning to do for the new year to get healthy. I am so excited to get healthy altogether.
Okay, as I finish getting ready for church, I just want to give you some of the less obvious signs that you are losing fat that we tend to overlook. And this is purely for motivation. Like, you have to stay locked in. Summer is around the corner. The first one is, if you can look back to some of the pictures you took at a time where you thought you were skinny, you may find that you feel like you were not as skinny as you thought you were. Like, if you look back at a picture you took maybe last year before you gained weight and all of that, and you used to look at that picture like a couple of weeks ago or months ago and think, man, I was so skinny at that point. You may look at it now and think, maybe I was not as skinny as I thought I was. That is because you, the person you see when you look in the mirror every single day now, is either smaller than that person that you used to compare yourself to and think, I used to look so skinny back then, or you have started to look like that person again, so they don't look tiny as tiny. That is a sign that you're changing. I hope that makes sense. The second one is the voices. You are going to hear voices. The voices are going to tell you that you don't need to do all of that gym stuff. The voices will tell you that you look perfect the way that you look. The voices will tell you that thicker women is the way. Like, you looked better, thicker, or the voices will try to force you to eat something that is not within your diet. And by the way, I think those are the voices that you should let go of, because those voices don't have your best interests at heart. Another one is you are less hungry. Like, you don't care for food as much anymore because your body needs less food. It requires less food to sustain it. Your appetite has adjusted essentially to the new you.
That's a video, besties. I'm just here just to add on like what I think about today's video. In today's video, we're talking about signs you're dropping the weight on your weight loss journey. Besties, sometimes the scale is a liar. It plays with your emotions and it makes you feel like you're not progressing. But your body never hides the truth. It tells you in so many ways, little ways, that you're dropping the weight, getting healthy, and stepping into your healed girl era. So basically, I'm going to tell you the real reasons. So you have to pay attention so that you know you're actually losing the weight. Okay. So one of the first signs that your clothes start fitting differently. Maybe your jeans slip on a little easy, your bra feels less tight, or your favorite dress suddenly has a room around the waist. That's your body shrinking quietly, slowly, without even announcing it. You catch yourself pulling your trouser up because you feel loose. You may not see it immediately in the mirror, but your wardrobe will expose you, bestie. And don't ignore that, because that's real progress. See. Another big sign is energy. When your body starts burning stored fat and you're eating cleaner, you get lighter on the inner side before you see it on the outside. Suddenly you wake up without even dragging your feet. You climb the stairs without even parting. You walk longer distance without even needing to stop every 1 to 2 minutes. You start feeling like your body is working with you, not against you. That's weight loss, okay? That's healing. Your face also tell you on you, okay? Your jawline start coming back slowly. Your cheeks looks less puffy. People will start saying your face is changing. Before you even notice it yourself, the face will always shows weight loss first. Look at yourself. They see your phone will expose the progress before you the scale does, okay? Another sign is that your weight loss during you sweat during these small tasks. When your body becomes more efficient, you no longer get sweaty just from simple things like sweeping, cooking, or walking outside. Your body is not struggling the way it used to. That's a huge sign of improvement. You're getting fitter and your heart is thanking you silently. Your cravings also begin to change. When you're dropping weight, you get more control. You crave water more than soda, fruits more than cake, and you drop finishing the whole plate just because the food is there. You become more self-aware, more self-disciplined, and your body naturally shifts toward bigger choices and better ones. That's transformation happening inside you. Another sign is improved sleep. When your body is shedding weight and healing, you sleep deeper. You stop waking up tired. You fall asleep faster because your body is not fighting inflammation or heavy metabolism anymore. You wake up feeling rested instead of exhausted, and that's a major sign your healthy is moving. You also notice your stomach shrinking. Suddenly you get full faster, you can't eat the way you used to. You start leaving food on your plate without even facing or forcing yourself. That's the stomach adjusting to new lifestyle. That's a sign that your body is moving into a healthier place. Watch how your mood changes too. When you're dropping weight, your hormones start balancing. You become calmer, less irritated, and more confident. Even when you walk changes, you move with more control and less heaviness. Your attitude gets sharper, your confidence begins to rise, and you feel more in control of your life. Weight loss affects everything, even when it's your mindset. People around you also start noticing the little changes. Someone may tell you you look smaller, you look lighter, or something is different about you. That's when you know you're glowing, you're transforming. Others will see the progress long before you've been accepted. And they see one of the biggest signs that you feel lighter, not physically alone, even emotionally. You feel proud of yourself. You feel like you're taking back your life. You feel like you're getting closer to the woman you want to be. That feeling is priceless, bestie. So don't let the scale discourage you. Weight loss is not always loud. Sometimes it's the way you dress, suddenly feels loose. In the way you can breathe deeper, in the way your mood lifts, or in the way your face glows naturally. Trust your body, trust the journey. Celebrate every little sign, because all these small changes mean one thing: you're dropping the weight, you're healing, bestie, and you're stepping into your upgraded vision. So basically, you don't have to be scared when you see that your jeans are loose. I think I've really experienced that, and the first time I felt so good. Okay, like there's this type of jeans which I used to like wearing, okay, when I was a bigger girl, very big, because like I dropped some pounds and all this. So later I just realized when we were going for a walk, I wore those jeans and I was able like to feel the space behind, you know. When I do this, there's some space